Hi guys, and welcome to our tarot outlook for the week of October 7th to October 13th. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like October just arrived and then now we're looking at almost mid-October and September just went by in a blink of an eye, even though to me it felt like the days were eternal. But then in a blink of an eye, it was already October. So it is time. It's just being crazy lately. And today we are using the Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann, which is one of my top favorite decks at the moment. I've used this deck over and over again with my clients for readings, with my cards of the day. So if you guys, I know a lot of you guys always send me a ton of messages after watching these. Yes, I do have a shop. We've had our Light Witch Tarot shop for 20 something years. I think it's 23 or 24. And I do readings worldwide. The way that they work is I'm an energy reader. So I don't need you in front of me. I don't need to know your birth date. All of my readings are recorded, so you actually get a video of your reading, which you can watch at any time, however many times you want. I do no longer do phone readings because it's really hard when people don't remember something and then they call you and you don't remember the reading. So this way I like to, all of my readings are video. They're not an email with pictures or anything like that, so you do get a whole video with an explanation, the cards being shuffled on camera, and all of that. So if you want to schedule your reading, head over to lightwitchtarotshop.com. You got readings, you got ritual candles, you got talismans, we got workshops, we got challenges. It's really, really fun, and I am just very thankful that you guys have been with me for over 2 decades. So today when it comes to the hair talk, we don't really have much to talk about, but if you guys are like me and you love dry shampoo, I found my favorite so far. It's from IGQ and it's called the charcoal. It's a charcoal one, and it is like, I haven't washed my hair in like 6 days, and I think I could pull it off for another 6 days. Usually when it turns into fall time, I give my curls a rest. I don't do anything. I just kind of blow dry my hair and just leave it up. That's why it's scented. I just leave it up and let it rest until it kind of transitions into a drier kind of air. With all the rain and curly hair, it just does not work for me. Now, let's go ahead and get started. Today I'm doing a little setup, so we're doing it a little bit different. We are doing it in, let me see how I can, oh, this is not going to let me turn it around. So I had a little setup going, but I realized that I cannot turn the camera around. So what we're going to do is forget the setup, and we're just going to go ahead and begin to shuffle our deck. Once again, we are looking at the Lightseers Tarot by Chris Ann. And like I mentioned previously, this is one of my favorite decks. So let me go ahead and move this back a little bit more. There we go, and just kind of straighten it a little bit like that. And if you like the top is actually from a company, a store called Nasty Girl, and I just recently found this store online and literally wanted everything. And they're having a massive sale right now. I think everything's 50% off. So I'm actually very excited. I did a little haul there. So let's go ahead and begin. So we're taking a look at Monday, Tuesday. Now for Monday, Tuesday, we have the King of Cups. Now, the beautiful thing that I love about this deck is how she portrays the kings and the queens like crones, but they're not literally sitting in a, they're not sitting in a throne. They don't look like your typical like Rider-Waite kings or queens. So what we see with the King of Cups, we start off the week with a very soft energy. You are being called to remain grounded, to remain centered, especially when it comes to emotions. Monday, Tuesday is definitely the day to kind of carry your black tourmaline with you, maybe some selenite, maybe some rose quartz, because what you want to do is start off the week by being grounded. And this has a lot to do with the cosmos. Next week we have that Aries full moon, which is actually going to be a savior because Venus is going to be visiting Scorpio, so we have a lot of opposing energy. So being told to start off the week by staying grounded and not allowing your emotions to take over. The key here is to allow your emotions to come through, but remembering that our emotions do not control us. And this is actually something pretty hard, but it is something that we learn, especially when you're working with a fourth, fifth dimension. So starting off the week, we're kind of seeing the energy of staying grounded, especially emotionally. Do not make any decision based on emotions. Do not react on emotions. Kind of watch first. Watch how you're feeling. Watch the situation unfold, and then go from there. Now, when we take a look at midweek, what we do is we have the Hangman. This is one of my favorites. Actually, it is my very, very favorite interpretation of the Hangman. Reason why is she is in beautiful yoga silks. She is in a position that she could easily get out of. But what this particular Hangman is kind of telling us to do is surrendering to the will of the cosmos. This is surrendering to our own ebb and flow. This is not talking about feeling stuck, right? The energy of the stuck would be in reverse. If we were to see the shadow, it would be the stagnation. But the stagnation that would come from this card is self-sabotage, meaning it's coming from our ego. It's coming from the way that we're thinking about ourselves. So Wednesday, Thursday, be very careful with how you're thinking about yourself, with how you are feeling about yourself. Make sure that you keep your vibrations raised. What we see here is taking an intentional pause. Try not to fill up your day with so much that you find yourself running around overwhelmed because now you said yes to too many things. We are seeing here working with our reflection and letting go and embracing the new. So there's an accent that came out. Anything that serves you no purpose, this is going to be great days to really just sit in the stillness and see where you want to go from there. Definitely release, definitely heal anything, but try to take breaks in between. Try to not sabotage your energy by bringing in too much to do. Some of the most beautiful moments happen when we're able to really enjoy being still. And that is something that's really difficult. I don't know for you guys, but for me, it's very difficult to just let myself do nothing. Right? And that is part of how our ego is programmed. We think that we're achieving things if we're constantly busy. But usually we're missing out on a lot if we're constantly busy. Now, for the weekend, what we have is the star energy. Once again, it's just this artwork is insane. The way that there's so much symbolism in these cards always blows my mind. So what we see here with the star energy especially for this weekend, is that reminder that without those dark nights, we wouldn't be able to see the stars the way that we see them. So this particular card is kind of talking to us about really clinging on to hope. Now, something I've been doing this week is instead of telling people, I hope you have a great Monday, I hope you have a great week, I've actually been almost saying it as an order and setting intent, telling people you will have a great Monday, you will have a great week, right? So what we see here is lowering your expectations, but do not settle for something that you don't deserve, right? So it's that balance of I will not expect, but at the same time, I won't settle. What we see here is working closely with intent this weekend, especially that we have the Aries full moon, because we do see that manifestation being granted. If you really wanted, this is actually a great time to really go for it. You're gonna feel almost like a renewed sense of hope, right? Really tapping into your healing abilities, really tapping into your soul purpose, and healing happening just almost like on its own, especially after some traumatic events. So this is a card that's reminding you that this weekend you're definitely on the right path. If self-doubt comes up, this is the card that says, do not believe that ego. You are actually on the right path. So if you have lost your faith or diminished hope, let's work on building that up. Now, I love these cards for this weekend. Now, for this coming week. Now, when we take a look at the cosmic energy this coming week, it's going to be a little bit tricky. We have a viral Aries full moon that takes place on Sunday, October 13th. And it dominates a week where Venus takes a beating from a difficult sign shift and has a tussle with Uranus. So when Venus was in Libra last month, relationships were golden, but ready for things to change, right? So what we see here is there's going to be a little bit of a shift on Tuesday, October 8th, when Venus enters Scorpio. Now, traditionally, Scorpio is a tough neighborhood, right? Especially for Venus, because Scorpio is the opposite of Venus. Scorpio can be intense, it can be obsessive, it can be jealous, and intent on power struggles. And Venus, on the other hand, just wants to be nice, right? So we see these opposing forces. So Venus is still under the gun on Saturday, October 12th, when it opposes Uranus for the only time this year, right? So this face-off between Venus and Uranus can bring excitement to your love life, but it's also very unstable, and the final outcome is unpredictable. So what we're seeing this weekend is if you're having communication problems, do not force communication. You just want to kind of just wait till a better time, all right? Especially in relationships. If you realize that your point is not being heard, just kind of step back and give it another shot later on. Now, on the other hand, the Aries full moon on Sunday, October 13th, shines a brave, courageous, and bold light into the darkness, because the full moon is traditionally a time to wind up projects and complete a mission. It's in Aries, and Aries is all about you. So this is actually the perfect time to reach out and get yourself something that you've always wanted, right? Celebrate a goal. Go out there, get yourself those shoes that you want, that crystal that you want. Really make it about yourself this weekend. Now, Jupiter's positive connection to both the sun and the moon at this lunation adds lucky breaks. So also work with blessings, also work with prosperity, and the promise of success. So this weekend with that full moon is the perfect weekend for divination, for setting intent, for ritual work, or just, visualizing the things that you want in your life. So as you could see, we're entering almost mid-October, right? So I hope, see, this is what I'm not doing anymore. I'm not going to say I hope. You're all going to have an amazing week, and I will see you guys again for the weekend of the October 14th to the 20th next week. Feel free to share the video. Feel free to like the page, right? I feel like the younger generation, subscribe. I don't want to say that. My kids watch YouTube all the time, and I laugh because it's always like, hit the button, right? But if you guys like what you hear, let me know. Let me know also of ideas of videos that you guys want to see, and podcasts. I usually have more podcasts than I do YouTube videos. So anything that you guys want to chat about, feel free to send me a message. Like I said, you guys can schedule your reading over at the website at lightwitchtarotshop.com. I'm actually booked all the way till January, and I know that is a little bit of a wait, but everybody will tell you it is worth it. So I will see you all next weekend. Lots of love and light to you all, and blessed be. Bye-bye.